This is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the weekly transit results starting from the September 26th till October 2nd. So now, as you know that in any of the weekly transit video, we try to follow the journey or the transit of moon in that given period of time. So during this week, moon will start its journey from the Virgo sign and it will end the week in the Sagittarius sign. During this week, as you know that the week will just start when moon will be coming out of the new moon alignment. Now for all the Vedic followers, this new moon becomes very important because starting from the September 10th, we have been following the Pitru Paksh, the 2 weeks of showing your gratitude and doing all the rituals devoted towards your ancestors. And like I'm very much sure that all the Vedic believers who have been either born in the staunch Hindu family or they have been following all these Vedic Hindu rituals for a long time, they must be knowing about the specific dates on which they have to do the Shraddh for their ancestors. But let's say for example you have been recently started taking interest in the Vedic philosophies, or you have been recently initiated in the Sanatan Dharma teachings and lifestyle. So we say this thing that out of all these 2 weeks, if you do not know the specific day on which you have to perform the ritual, so the Amavasya or the new moon on which this Pitru Paksh is going to be culminating or it's going to be finishing, that is a day when you can show your gratitude, your gratefulness towards your ancestors. Now this could be as simple as feeding a crow, feeding a dog, doing any charities, donation, just remembering and feeling that degree and sense of gratefulness and gratitude towards your ancestors. Friends, all of our Hindu teachings and this Vedic wisdom has got years and eons of wisdom of our ancient seers. You would not believe, just because at the time when I'm recording this video, we are not very far from this new moon. So couple of days back, not couple of days back, like yesterday only, there is a friend of mine. So she just shared a post with me regarding some psychological fact where if you are remembering about someone, so is the person is actually remembering you or dreaming about you as well, something related to that. You must be seeing that in your screen. Then she asked me, what if the person whom you are thinking about or dreaming about is dead? So obviously for that there is a lot of deeper interpretation or meaning attached to it. But just because she asked me this question right at the time when we are going through the month of Pitru Paksh, so I thought there is a lot of logic behind it. I need to make her understand the Vedic connection with it, the days which we are currently going through. So coming back guys, so definitely I will highly recommend all these charities, donations, if you can perform them on this day, on this upcoming new moon. And after that we will start celebrating the auspicious and holy 9 days dedicated and devoted to the goddess. So like if you have, because this is primarily a channel of Vedic astrology, so I cannot give you the details of all the rituals or all the karma kand, but specifically for all those people in whose case there is any of the affliction of Rahu, so the worship of goddess Durga is considered as very auspicious. And at the end of the day, friends, like the way we define the beauty and the glory of all the gods, so when we talk about the actual true power of the gods, so it's not the masculine god which represents that, it's their counterpart or their their female companion which represents the true embodiment of their Shakti, of their power. So definitely if in any way power and influence and prosperity is something which you are seeking, so these 9 days will become very important for you to invite the grace of the goddess in your life. So that is something, friends, which I wanted to say. And there is not much of the planetary shift which is going to be taking place, apart from the very good news that Mercury at the end of this week is going to be coming out of the retrograde motion. So ever since Mercury got into this retrograde mode, if you have been at a receiving end of confusion, miscommunication, fight breaking out, some sort of arguments, so that is definitely going to be bringing a relief in all these matters of miscommunication. And during this week, guys, because immediately when like moon will come out of the clutches of the like as you can see the new moon, so immediately moon is going to get conjunct with the Ketu as well. So I would say that all these, because the new moon energy tend to remain very inward, so the impact or influence of that is gonna stay for long. So the couple of, like I would say, the time period till starting from Monday, Tuesday till Wednesday will be very much dedicated and devoted towards spiritual vibes, spiritual interest, and afterwards, basis your customized lagna, you will start experiencing the results. So okay friends, now we will shift our discussion to the customized results that during this week, how the planetary vibration is going to be influencing you customized to your ascendant. So now friends, starting first with the Aries rising people. So guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 6th house and will end the week in your 9th house. So now as you can fairly see that the concentration of the planets in the 6th house is already an alarming sign. Then from over there, moon will enter your 7th house, but it is going to get conjunct with Ketu over there. And once moon is going to transit to your 8th house, it is going to be receiving the aspect from the planet Mars as well. So friends, if I were to say, definitely regarding your professional career front, regarding the matters of the finances, this week could bring new challenges as well. So remain very much receptive, kind of well prepared for facing them gracefully. Second thing is that just because see, Mars's transit in your 2nd house is not only creating the possibility of like where your mind is very much driven and invested in generating new financial flow for you, new financial like provisions for you, but over and above that, during this time, a lot of the Aries Lagna people will be spending a lot of the money in the matters of their family life as well. Now, it is not making you vulnerable in any way. Like, it's just like that. You have to keep your expenses in control. Like, let's say, for example, there is one way of making your family happy or people dependent on you happy, but if you do not have any control in your spending, so happiness is not always attached to the price tags as well. So over there, kind of control and balance is required. I would say that just because your 6th house is right now is in a very accentuated state, so I would say that any of the concerns of getting a loan, getting a sponsorship or funding, that is well in your reach, or you will remain lucky in not only getting what you have been asking for, looking for, rather getting more than that. But again, it all comes down to all the like the interest rates and your capacity to pay it back as well. So regarding that front, but I would say that it's a very auspicious time for spending your money or putting in your money in any of the matters of business expansion or some new alternative ways of making investments. Regarding that front, the week is creating a good energy. Now friends, when we talk from the perspective of the relationship, now let's say for example, for all those people who have been looking forward to matrimonial prospects and all of that, so the week is creating a very lukewarm kind of energy. So it will give you lot many hope, but the chances of some productive development or outcome looks like to be little bit bleak during this week. And if I were to say from the perspective of the like students and all of that, so definitely friends, your 5th house lord is in a very accentuated state in the 6th house. So for any of the concerns of the 5th house, when we talk about art, entertainment, creativity, performance, for the students as well, for all those people who have to appear in any sort of competitive exam, and I would say that if you are a Aries rising person and during this time you want to experiment with a new diet plan, or you want to experiment with any other physical form of exercise, like rather than just going to the indoor gym, now you want to join some other classes. So regarding all that front, the week is creating a very positive energy for all the Aries Lagna people. Moving ahead friends, Now for all the Taurus Lagna people, so guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 5th house and will end the week in your 8th house. So definitely friends, because of the whole concentration of the planets in your 5th house and moon being a part of it, so a very good week for the students or people in academics or who have to appear in any sort of competitive exam. Also friends, now as you can see that moon is like it's going to be transiting from your 7th house, and your 7th house lord Mars, which is currently transiting in your 1st house. So regarding any of the matrimonial alliances, the week is creating a very positive energy. So like generally Venus is highly combust right now, but I would say that in order for like, because Navratris are considered as very auspicious, so even in order to give you a final nod or like show your interest, so regarding that front, like some sort of engagement or confirmation of any ongoing matrimonial proceedings, the week is creating a positive and good energy. Now friends, as you can see over here, because in your case moon has got the rulership of your 3rd house of the travels, and just because moon is going to be crossing from your 6th house, getting conjunct with Ketu, and because moon gets debilitated in the 7th house as well of yours, so I would say that regarding anything to do with the travels and all of that, so the week is not very positive for that. So unless and until the travel is not very important, and let's say for example if you are undertaking any journey, any travel with high stakes or a lot of high expectations, so over there I would just advise you to remain bit realistic and well prepared. Regarding any of the concerns of your promotion or anything to do with your professional undertakings and all of that, so I would say that the obstacles are still gonna be there, or you have to work very hard. Saturn, you just have to wait for Saturn to come out of its retrograde motion in your 9th house for luck to be supporting you, because guys, in your case Saturn has not only got the rulership of your 9th house but also your 10th house as well. Like Saturn is a Yogarka planet, so regarding that front as well, I'm not seeing much of the positive energy coming over there. Regarding the financial inflow, that will gonna stay intact, not much vulnerability over there. And just because moon is going to be transiting or ending the week in your 8th house, and as you can see that Mars from your 1st house is going to be in your 8th house as well. So let's say for example, for any of the concerns of the problems around the lower part of your body or around the reproductive organs and all of that, so regarding that front you have to remain cautious. But overall friends, a very good week for the students, any of the matters of the 5th house, even for the people engaged in the speculative nature of and line of work as well. And regarding any of the matrimonial alliances, concerns of partnership and all of that as well, the week is kind of creating a very positive energy for all the Taurus Lagna people. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Gemini rising people, so now guys, in your case moon is going to be starting the week from your 4th house and will be ending the week in your 7th house. So now friends, as you can see that just because moon is going to be a part of your accentuated 4th house, so for anything to do with the buying a vehicle or doing a renovation of your home or just spending money on the luxury goods and all of that, jewelry and all of that, the week is creating a very positive energy. Now friends, just because moon is going to be getting conjunct with Ketu in your 5th house of your decision making, so like for all the students and all of that, it becomes very important for you guys to remain focused in your academics, in your education, because the conjunction of moon with the Ketu can make you kind of lost or confused or detached. So for like, if you are in that important stage that you have to give any presentation, you have to appear or write any important exam or make any important selection regarding your college or your school, so try to remain very cautious regarding all those areas. Now friends, when we talk about pertaining to the matter of the travels and all of that, so the week is creating a very positive energy for the travels. Like travels will prove to be very profitable. Also I would say that the inflow of the money and the opportunities and the aspect of your communication will definitely benefit you during this week. Now friends, when we talk about the matters of your profession and career, so just because see, Jupiter is actually hard bent in opening lot many doors of financial growth and prosperity for you guys, but only because as you can see that Saturn is right now is in a very strengthened state in your 8th house, and it is going to be looking at this Jupiter from the 8th house with its third aspect. So whatsoever you want to achieve, accomplish at your work front, so the transit is specifically supporting you. It's just like that, whatsoever you want to accomplish, you have to go through some sort of resistance, criticism, or obstacles are still gonna be there. So remain prepared in face of all those kind of challenges, but time and the professional doorways seems to be a lot in favor of your success. Also friends, when we talk from the perspective of the matrimonial concerns and relationship, so over there the energy is very mediocre. It's not like very much in your favor, and neither it is creating much obstacle. So it is all dependent on that in which stage of your matrimonial alliance prospects you are right now in your life. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Cancer Lagna people, so now guys, in your case, Moon will start its journey from your 3rd house and will end the week in your 6th house. So now friends, definitely friends will prove to be a source of strength for a lot many Cancer Lagna people. Like I would also say that by the end of the week, you will be able to take some important decision, some very like right set of decision which will have a straight impact or influence on your profession, on your work conditions. Now friends, when we talk about from the perspective of the family life or domestic life, over there you have to remain a little bit cautious, because as you can see that during this week, first of all, because of this new moon alignment and Mercury being in a retrograde motion, so on a emotional mental plane there will be back and forth of your emotions, like sulking on the past mistakes and regrets. Even in the domestic life or pertaining to the domestic life, I would say that some sort of dissatisfaction might try to bother you. So regarding that negativity, you have to counter that or kind of handle that with positivity, because you know Moon getting conjunct with Ketu in your like 4th house immediately after the new moon alignment. So guard your energies, guard your emotions, replenish it with the embracing nature, having a healthy lifestyle, surrounding yourself with the positive people. Also friends, definitely pertaining to the matters of luck is definitely supporting you, because as you can see that both of your important houses, like in your 7th house, Saturn is in a strong dignity, and also Jupiter is also right now is in a very accentuated state in your 9th house, where luck is also supporting you. So regarding anything to do with the wisdom, regarding travel, receiving the support of your friends and all of that, week is creating a very positive energy. I have already given you a go ahead if you want to take any important decision during this week. Now this could be related to your work, regarding your family life or your marriage concerns and all of that, even the business concerns. But when we talk about guarding your emotions and giving your energies the right positive direction, over there you have to make or protect yourself with a positive frame of mind. That is something which I want to say for all the Cancer Lagna people as a part of your this week's forecast or energies. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Leo rising people. So now guys, in your case, as you can see that Moon will start its journey from your 2nd house and will end the week in your 5th house. So definitely friends, whenever we talk about the financial decision making or like being at your speculative best while making any important strategic financial decisions, so regarding all that front, the week is creating a very positive energy. Like rather I would say that if you are actually in a process of finalizing a deal or making some important restructuring in your business, or going for a meeting or initiating a alliance or something, so regarding all those important strategic financial business related decision making, the week is creating a very positive energy. Like rather I would say that if your money is struck somewhere, so you will be able to win that back, or you will be at your convincing best in any sort of arbitration, in any sort of presentation. Now friends, definitely now as you can see that because moon is going to be getting conjunct with Ketu in your third house as well. So during the middle of the week there could be some sort of dissatisfaction on the account of some near and dear friend of yours as well. So regarding that front, you have to remain kind of very positive. Sometimes things happen for our good as well. Now friends, just because Mars is right now is in a very strong dignity transiting over your 10th house, so I would say that definitely you are going to have a strong grip regarding the matters of your professional undertakings. So I would say that if you are already on a top management, top leadership role and all of that, so you are actually executing your authority, exerting your authority with the best of your capabilities. It's just like that friends, as you can see that like because Rahu is right now transiting over there in your 9th house. So and see, Rahu only is going to have a strong grip in your case if either you are going through Rahu Dasha or your moon is in the nakshatra of Rahu or it is conjunct with Rahu. Then in those kind of circumstances, Rahu can actually suddenly increase your hopes and expectations and at the last moment could disappoint you. So regarding that front, specifically because we will be celebrating the holy 9 days dedicated, devoted to Goddess Durga. So the worship of Goddess Durga will become more important for you. A very good time for investing in property, real estate, buying or selling of properties and all of that. And I would say that regarding the matrimonial alliances, the week is creating a mediocre energy and a very good week for the students or for all those people who have to appear in any sort of competitive exam during this week. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Virgo rising people. So now guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your first house and will end the week in your 4th house. So now friends, as you can fairly see over here that just because a lot of the planetary concentration right now over there in your first house, so definitely it is a very good week for your personality to be getting highlighted. All of your hard work is getting highlighted, is in the limelight, is in the public's scrutiny and all of that. So for any important strategic decision making, now whether it is getting qualified in your business, in your job, in your family life, in your studies, in any area of life, the week is creating a very positive energy. Like I would say, whether you talk about from the travel perspective, any important decision making perspective, you will be at the position of power and strength during this week. Now friends, just because moon will start its journey, it is going to get conjunct with Ketu as well in your 2nd house, and the way other planets are influencing you. So just because Jupiter is right now transiting over there in your 7th house, so even pertaining to the matters of the family life, matrimonial alliances, giving your nod in any of the important ongoing matrimonial talks and all of that. So regarding that front as well, I'm actually looking at things working out in your favor. Like rather friends, I would say that just because Saturn is right now transiting in a retrograde motion in your 5th house, and the way the whole motley combination of the planets are influencing you, I would say the week is very positive for going all alone in any of your venture. Now when we talk about regarding the partnership perspective and all of that, so you have to take into consideration that, see, if 7th house tells about the partnership, so the gain of that we generally see from the 8th house where Rahu is currently transiting. So many times what happens is that initially things will look good, you will benefit out of that as well, but later on the end of any of the area or field which comes in the scrutiny of Rahu, in the control of Rahu, is not always very good. So Rahu always creates this illusion and then later on it just breaks the wheel of illusion. So I would say that it is a very good energy for going all alone by yourself. Take some calculative risk in the matters of your speculation, because specifically in the trading and all of that, at least till the time Saturn is not coming out of the retrograde motion. And for doing something on your own, or if you are in your own business, you are a service professional, you are on a top management and leadership, you have to write any important competitive exam, regarding all that front, the week is creating a very positive energy for all the Virgo rising people. Also friends, even the travels will prove to be very profitable. Now as you can see that your third house lord and ninth house lord is kind of involved right now, so even the travels will prove to be very fortune awakening, and any of the important decision taken by you during this time will prove to be a source of happiness in times to come. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Libra rising people. So now guys, in your case, as you can fairly see that moon will start its journey from your 12th house and will end the week in your 3rd house. Now friends, see, honestly speaking, now you can fairly see over here that just because it's not only Ketu which is transiting right over there in your 1st house, but also the planet of discriminatory intelligence, Mercury, is exalted but retrograde, that too in the 12th house, and with the overall concentration of the planets. So this is actually a week of uncertainty, being confused, just going to and fro. So I would say that unless and until you are not very sure, do not give your nod or do not take any important decision during this week. Like if it is completely relying on you, like if you can ask for other people's opinion or any expert opinion, consider doing that or taking that, because taking any decision in the state of confusion might become a reason of regret in times to come. Second thing is that friends, because now as you can see that moon in your case becomes the lord of your 10th house. So the 10th house lord first getting conjunct and being a part of this new moon in your like 12th house, then getting conjunct with Ketu in your 1st house. So I will strictly warn against taking any work related decision, specifically where you are thinking about quitting a job, leaving a job, asking for any new role or something. Like unless and until circumstances are not imposing or forcing any change in your line of work. So if it is something like destined beyond your control, then it's fine, but by yourself do not experiment, do not initiate any transfer, any sort of experimenting with a new line or something. So the more you can refrain from that, the better it is going to be for you. Also friends, as you can see that pertaining to the matters of the marriage and all of that, so definitely you have to wait for your like your 7th house lord Mars to come out of your 8th house. So this is a kind of energy where vulnerability is very high of getting involved in a questionable relationship, or where the things are not clear in front of you, they are very much hidden from you. So regarding any sort of matrimonial alliances, you have to take that decision very carefully. Also friends, for the students, I would say that you have to definitely work very hard if you have to appear in any important competitive exam during this week. And pertaining to the matters of the property and something, so I will not say that it's a very auspicious time for buying something, but yes, if you want to sell out any of the property, so regarding that front, the week is creating a positive energy. And friends, just because till the time Mars is transiting from your 8th house, so while driving and all of that, you have to remain very cautious. If in your line of work handling the sharp edge tools or weapons is a part of your line of work, you have to remain extra cautious. And also like for all those people who are prone or vulnerable or going through any of the concerns or problems pertaining to the reproductive organs or the lower body and all of that, so over there as well you have to remain a little bit cautious till the time Mars is transiting from your 8th house. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Scorpio rising people, so now guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 11th house and will end the week in your 2nd house. So beyond doubt, regarding anything to do with the enhancement of your income or some sort of unpredictable windfall financial gain perspective, if your ongoing dashas and the yoga in your chart is also promising that, so this week can prove to be a game changer. And also friends, like when we talk about this sort of accentuated yoga taking place in the 11th house, it not only gives us financial gain but also many times gives us a vision as well for our better future. So for anything to do with the new collaboration, new sponsorship, new signing a new agreement, or going on any important travel, or initiating a business talk, regarding all of that, the week is creating a very auspicious energy. Also friends, in your case, because your ascendant lord right now is transiting in your 7th house, so not only it is creating a very positive energy for any sort of matrimonial alliances, matrimonial proposals coming your way, and also for the students perspective as well, because now as we can see that even from the students perspective, Jupiter is right now is in a very beneficial state, transiting in your like 5th house. So even from the students perspective as well, the week is creating a positive energy. The only thing is that friends, now just because during the middle of the week, once moon will start its journey on a very high note from your 11th house, so after that it is going to get conjunct with Ketu. So I would say that during the middle of the week, the mind might be feeling little bit anxious or restless. So any sort of spiritual or religious austerity, like being close to the nature, will prove to be very therapeutic for you. And afterwards friends, the only vulnerability which is getting generated during this week is that because the way Saturn is going to be manifesting its influence right now, so there could be some sort of argument or difference of opinion with your siblings. So regarding that front, you have to remain a little bit cautious, like at least till the time Saturn is not gonna come out of its retrograde motion, being transiting in your 3rd house. And I would say that like just because Mars is carrying not only your ascendant lord's energy, but your 6th house energy as well, and then Mars transiting in your 7th house, many times what happen is that, see, 7th house generally tells about the public. So I would say that like generally all those kind of like confrontation, road rage, or things which happen in a very strange way, like you went to a mall, on the parking lot you got into a fight with someone, or any sort of road rage, or any sort of random stranger getting into fight or argument with them. So kind of avoid all those kind of like confrontations, arguments and all of that. But overall, if I were to summarize, the week is creating a very positive energy, and the chances are very high because the week is going to be ending with a moon like being there in your 2nd house. So if you will initiate any cycle of any important decision at the beginning of the week, by the end of the week, that decision will fructify with some happy good news as well. So regarding all that front, a very good week, or this is how the energies are getting generated in transit for all these Scorpio Lagna people. Moving ahead friends, now for all these Sagittarius rising people. So now friends, in your case, as you can see that moon will start its journey from your 10th house and will end the week right over there in your 1st house. So the week is creating a very positive energy pertaining to the matters of the enhancement of your reputation. Like definitely if during this time or during this week you have to give any presentation, any sort of public appearances, public performances will be received well within your audience. Like wheresoever you will go, you will receive good sort of acknowledgement for all the efforts, all the hard work which you have been putting in. Now friends, just because now as you can see over here that your 7th house lord is right now is in a good dignity, moon is also a part of that. So a very good week, or this week could turn out to be very good for the people in their business, or all those entrepreneurs, freelance people, always looking forward to some new sort of opportunity and all of that. So let's say for example, if you have to like put forth your money in any new venture, initiate any new business strategy or plan, so regarding all that front, the week is creating a positive energy. Regarding the matrimonial alliances perspective, the week is just a mediocre. I'm not seeing week to be turning out or giving some very quick paced results, but it is also not creating much of the obstruction. So it will all be dependent on your degree of efforts. Now friends, just because moon is going to be getting conjunct with Ketu as well in your 11th house during this week. So regarding the financial flow, like definitely the smooth flow will keep on happening. Like there could be all those possibility that emotionally, mentally you might not feel yourself satisfied, but there will not be any much of the blockage which I'm looking at this week. And just because moon is going to be getting debilitated in your 12th house as well. And now friends, as you can see that because moon in your case has got the rulership of your 8th house as well, so the week will turn out to be emotionally a little bit draining as well. So specifically during the time of the new moon and when moon is going to be conjunct with Ketu, guard your energies, give attention towards establishing a connection with the nature, drink lots of water, take and undertake all those therapeutic and rejuvenating actions and activities. So that is something which is very strongly required. Like a very good week for the students who have to appear in any sort of competitive exam pertaining to the matters of your, like I would say, child or progeny. There could be some sort of concerns or worry on the account of them, any of the matters of buying and selling of property and all of that. So regarding that front as well, the week is creating a very positive energy. Jupiter is right now is in a very strongest dignity in your 4th house, so domestic life will prove to be a source of happiness. I'm not seeing any vulnerability over there. And definitely friends, regarding the business or commercial interest and all of that, and for anything to do with the reputation or public image perspective, the week is creating a very positive energy for all the Sagittarius rising people. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Capricorn rising people. So now guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 9th house and will end the week over there in your 12th house. So definitely friends, now as you can see over here, for anything to do with the luck supporting you or anything to do with the religious austerities and all of that, the week is creating a very positive energy. Like rather I would say that if you will be invited for any religious ceremony or like all these social association and interaction on the grounds of the religious ceremonies and all of that will prove to be very profitable for you. Now friends, definitely because Saturn is on a verge of coming out of its retrograde motion right over there in your 1st house. So I would say that all of that back and forth of the emotions, or in all those cases where people are already battling with the concerns of the pessimism, negativity, or life coming to a standstill, over there things will slowly gradually start moving in a positive direction for you. I would say that for a complete fast-paced results start getting manifested in your environment, for that you have to still remain a little bit patient for another couple of weeks. But definitely with this accentuated state of the planets in your 9th house, moon being a part of that, luck will definitely start showing its colors or flavors in your undertakings. I would say that definitely you being ruled by the planet Saturn, so being helpful towards other people is a part of your nature. But during this time, do not attach much of the expectations from other people. That if you are gonna attach your expectations that people should reciprocate your goodness or your kind-heartedness with equal measure, so if this is what going to be your approach, like give and take, over there you might get disappointed. So try to remain a bit realistic regarding any of the financial inflow or income coming from multiple sources. Regarding that front, the week is creating a very positive energy. And I would say that for any of the matrimonial alliances, the week is not creating a very positive energy in that front. A lot will be dependent on your own efforts. For the students as well, you have to work hard. And like when we talk about anything to do with the matters of your public life or anything to do with the social interaction, that is a very accentuated state right now in the transit for you. So any of the public performance, public dealing, or helping other people will actually bring or will become a source of the enhancement of your reputation. And friends, when we say that any of the decision of real estate or buying a vehicle or something, it is better to refrain from doing those actions or taking those actions during this week. So refrain from those important property or vehicle related decision. A very good week for religious spiritual austerity, and definitely things will start getting improving in all those cases where you have either hit the rock bottom or you are going through some emotional turmoil. So things will start getting better for all those Capricorn Lagna people. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Aquarius rising people. So now guys, in your case, as you can fairly see that moon will start its journey from your 8th house and will end the week in your 11th house. So definitely friends, the week is beyond doubt creating a very positive energy for the, I'm not gonna say wealth, for anything to do with the religious and spiritual austerity like mantra, chanting, recitation, manifestation, self-introspection, going for any therapeutic trip or rejuvenation and all of that. Regarding that front, month, or I would say the week, is creating a very golden energy for you guys, because in your case your ascendant lord is right now transiting in your 12th house, and with the whole planetary concentration right now taking place in your 8th house. So this is how you can do honor to the ongoing planetary vibration. But friends, when we talk from the perspective of the important material decision, and specifically in all those cases, it is also dependent on the condition and dignity of moon in your natal chart and what kind of dashas are currently operational in your case. Because friends, when we talk about Rahu's transit in the 3rd house, in the Upachya Bhava, that is considered as good. But just because right now the planetary transit is creating an energy of uncertainty, confusion, back and forth, even at your work front. Like if you have been eyeing for any promotion, any sponsorship, any funding, so at the 11th hour, at the last moment, things are not taking a positive development, you are getting dejected, being dropped at the last moment. So this is what the energy which is getting generated in the transit. Now definitely, in order for us to come to any conclusion, we have to take into consideration your ongoing dashas as well. So with the kind of time which is currently getting generated in the transit, the only lesson which is there for you is, do not make your expectations go very high, and if things are not gonna turn out, do not get disappointed. So just stay neutral with your expectations, your hopes during this time. Second thing is that friends, definitely for the any of the matter of the property buying and selling, or anything to do with the real estate related dealing and engagement, regarding that front, the week is creating a very positive energy. Also for the matrimonial concerns and all of that, the week is creating a very positive energy. Even if I were to say from the students perspective as well, specifically if in your line of work, research, exploration, if that is a part of your chosen academics and field, so all those people can still get benefited. But I would say that for all those people who have to appear in any sort of competitive exam, try to remain well prepared in your studies, in your academics. And friends, because moon is actually kind of creating a very auspicious energy for you on the matters of the religious austerity and the divine surrender, because moon being a part of this new moon in your 8th house, then immediately after that getting conjunct with Ketu in your 9th house, and we will be like doing and celebrating this Sarvapitra Amavasya, then the beginning of the Navratri. So I would say a very positive energy for showcasing your energies in the devotion or channelizing your energies in any of the divine route, rather than getting overwhelmed and feeling kind of, you know, dejected, rejected, being dropped, or isolating yourself. So it all comes down to how you're gonna channelize the energy of this week. But I have already explained this thing, a very good week in lot many spiritual religious meanings attached to it. And lastly friends, for all the Pisces Lagna people, so now guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 7th house and will end the week in your 10th house. So definitely friends, for anything to do with the important commercial decision making, the week is creating a very positive energy. Like you have to initiate any new business plan, you have to like go for any important meeting. So any of the concerns of alliances, partnership, agreement, sponsorship, funding, week is creating a very positive energy. Like specifically, even if you have to give any performance and all of that, the week will turn out to be in your favor. Now friends, specifically from the students perspective, because as you can see in your case, Moon has got the rulership of your 5th house, and in the transit Moon is going to be getting conjunct with Ketu in your 8th house. So this week is demanding lot of focus, lot of attention, like rather I would say a perfectionist approach and attitude. Like if you are a kind of a person who is always leaving things at the last hour, or not very attentive, kind of a very careless attitude, and you have to appear in any sort of important competitive exam, so this kind of careless approach or attitude might not go well with you. So try to remain very cautious regarding that front. Also friends, like just because Moon is going to be transiting from your 9th house as well, and once Moon is going to be transiting your 9th house, it is going to be receiving the aspect from the planet Mars from your 3rd house as well. So try not to get into any argument, any confrontation with anyone, specifically people in your circle of influence, because we cannot even overlook this fact that right now Rahu is transiting in your 2nd house. So Rahu has a tendency of exaggerating things, and the energy of Rahu is going straight away, like the dispositor or the owner of the sign where Rahu is currently transiting is in the 3rd house. So because of which, do not exaggerate things, avoid any confrontation, remain focused in your academics. For anything to do with the matrimonial alliances, the week is creating a very positive energy, and like the way I have already said this thing, this whole journey of Moon starting from your 7th house and ending the week in your 10th house will definitely prove to be very beneficial pertaining to the matters of your profession. So this is something friends which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs for this upcoming weekly transit results for all the rising signs. For further more updates and notifications on the divine signs of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Dhanyavad.